O Tedesele, they don't number Kundu, Sunday, Tindu, Guru Rinpoche, don't say Lama, Yermachi Bala, Savatayade, Shinunajum Kitchen.
So in this way, that supplicating to the Guru Rinpoche, that non-dual with the one's own root teacher, and going through this Guru Yoga practice, it is always very important.
So, you think you can know about doing a change, Mikiwa Kadore Marukia, Tom to your Maris.
And we are within this world somehow that based on all these 5 afflictive emotional poisons that which always gives rise to all sorts of negativity, and other than that we could not just see anything. So in that way, that as one that whatever the negativity and obscurations that which is possible to purify is as one concentrate into the Guru Yoga, the supplicating that the glorious, precious Guru, who is the just contents of all the Buddhas and enlightened being, and where one sincerely and devotedly supplicate, then everything can be purified.
Madi Putter, Tutia Yabajere, Yenayon, Naronsogi, Nyambi Chengi, Sote Manam, Yontabati, Shemasabati, there's the Shenao, Tetanji, Trana Sushi, Dundu, take a dim.
So all these enlightened Buddhas of the 3 times that they never have tiny bit of partiality or distinction among the sentient beings, and they have their great compassion, just constantly all the time caring for all sentient beings. But still, because of our afflictive emotions and negativities, that which just cause that obstruction or obscuration through which we could not experience or just realize. So that way, one should understand that reality.
So
for example, like a just kind of mirror, if we just clean up properly, and then when you look into it, you can just see it clearly. But in case that the mirror is not clean and kind of just dirt, then even when you look into it, you cannot see your image clearly. So it is same like that. So we not necessarily have to give rise to any sorts of these doubts or just the hesitation in relation with the one's Guru and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and deity, but still because of our negativities that we could not have that sincere determination to just how to believe in these object of refuge.
So Dana Shabo Dentigi, Sanji Kobo, Togre, Soeres, Yena Shabo Denti, Toverstevala, Naso Jella, Nyamamba, Motra Yungi, the Kale Kavaras.
So even in the text it says, if one wish, one could attain enlightenment within a week time, But still, because of our so much of these afflictive emotions and negativity, that we could not really just realize in that way. So in that way, it is just always important to watch one's mind stream and always care what sorts of kind of negative or thoughts arising, and then working with it and try to just properly tame one's mind. That is our most important responsibility. And among them, the just self-attachment or the self-grasping is the most negative thing. So this self-attachment or grasping, this emotion is of course within ourselves, and of course it is difficult to abandon, but it is most important that we have to work how we can abandon and get rid of it. Otherwise, it will take a long time to attain complete enlightenment. So this our eye is that so how we never just have that time, we could not see anything, and that way, based on that, we give rise to so many conceptual thoughts, and then it creates negativities. But of course, we don't have to discourage ourselves, that we have to concentrate into this Dharma practice with whatsoever hardship, and that however one need to engage into the practice from one's core of heart, and that way if one work and engage into these Dharma practices, of course we can get the result. And also this our ear, that can hear all sorts of just things, and that which even we could not imagine, and that way based on that we give rise to so many other conceptual thoughts, and that which also give rise to this afflictive emotional mind. And that way, all sorts of afflictive emotions will just arise, and then one should not just run after those. Instead of whatsoever one may hear, one have to be very patient and try to work with it, and then engage into the Dharma practice. So, however, in a condensed way or the abbreviated way, that this our mind with all these kind of afflictive emotions, that how we can tame and how we can get rid of those, and get actualized without having those afflictive emotions.
What the Reji Tanjiki, around Sotoki Chiapotu Satashi, Chepadu, Sonjuji Semti, Ronguji Lanjotuba, Sejri Kitchamore, Sonjuji Semti, Yaboji Ronguji Lanjona, Nyamabagi, there is no Chungris. So
in this way, everybody have to work one's own kind of practice and concentrate into it, engaging into properly, and especially then one must have to give rise to the bodhicitta, because if we could give rise to the genuine altruistic bodhicitta, then that will also help to purify the afflictive emotions and also can reduce those negativities.
That is something. Yoga no gidret. Yoga rad chetuna, so yam tungre, day
So this, our mind is like a wild yak that kind of just wanders, and but at the same time with the Dharma practice, one should be like this yak, horn is cut off, then become very humble. Similar like that, one have to train one's mind that as humble as possible.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah, so then you all don't feel lazy and try to concentrate into the practice and don't waste your just time.
Okay, thank you.